Hello. Hi, good evening. Hello. I hope I'm audible. Am I audible? I, I can see one good evening happening. Yep. Hey, wonderful to hear from you all. Can I hear from someone saying, um, what is your profession? What are you doing? Can anyone explain to me of your structure of your work? Uh, I'll get with Miss Sarah. Miss Litty Jules. Can I hear from you all? Uh,
Good
Miss
evening.
Saini?
How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, this is Sarah.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful to hear from you. How are you
Yes,
doing?
I'm doing well.
Thank you. And what do you do actually?
I'm a teacher, homeroom teacher at ABZ Private School in LA. I teach.
ABZ, right? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I'm a homeroom teacher for grade 1.
Grade
So,
one. Wonderful.
yes, I teach English and math.
Oh, wow. So I have, oh, that's great to hear. I've got a different variety of people. And Miss Litty Jules, what do you do actually?
Hi, sir.
Miss
Good
Zainab,
evening. Hi, sir.
good
Good evening.
evening.
I'm Miss Litty,
Hi,
working as an English teacher and as an HOD in ABZ Private School.
ABZ.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful to hear that. So you just finished your classes, is it?
Yes, yes.
Oh, tough day, right? Yeah. So I'm glad that you people are still having energy to hear me. I'm so sorry to keep you after 5 o'clock because you also had some work. And Miss Zainab, where are you working?
I'm working in the same school, sir. ABZ Private School, Alain.
Everyone is working in the same school, is it?
I know. We too are from there.
Okay, okay. So, Nirupam Sarkar,
Yes. Hi, good evening.
good evening. So, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, I'm good. Thank you. What do you do actually? Are you a teacher?
Yes, I teach at Australian University of Kuwait.
Or you are an AU, Australian University, Kuwait? Okay,
Yes.
wonderful. Wonderful to hear that.
Right. Thank
All
you.
right. So, oh, wow. So now I have Dr. Jyoti here. Dr. Jyoti,
Hi.
how are you,
Hi,
ma'am?
I'm doing good. So, what about you?
I'm also doing great. Thanks for asking. So, where do you work?
I work in India in one of the university.
All right. Okay, wonderful. Back in India. I think now the time is nearly 6:30, I guess, right?
Yes, it's 6:30. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Miss Ivy. Yeah. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Shibu and dear colleagues. Mr. Shibu, can we wait for 2 more minutes to let all of our registered participants to join?
Definitely, definitely, Miss Ivy. I'll definitely wait. Yeah. Yeah, I will do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shibu.
Thank you. And I'm also having Miss Nakamoga. I'm not, if I'm pronouncing it correct. I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Did I pronounce your name correct?
Kind of.
How do you
It's
pronounce your name?
it's Nakamoga. Yeah, it's correct.
Nakamoka. Oh,
Yes,
okay. Are you from Align or Abu Dhabi? Where are you from?
Right now I'm in Elaine. I'm working as an inclusion teacher in Elaine American School.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful
Yeah.
to hear that. Tough job for English teachers, I know.
Thank you.
We are all, seeing English teachers at a different perspective. And Yasser Dabba, I have Yasser Dabba here. Hello, Mr. Yasser.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Great. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Right. Are you in UAE or in some part of the world?
I'm in the UAE. I work as a university counselor and office manager in the International School of Shuaifat Al Ain.
Oh, you are in Shuaifat. Okay. Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. Yeah. So busy job for you today, I guess.
Yes. Hectic.
I can understand. Yeah. And hearing a session after 5 o'clock where you want to leave. I'm so sorry for that.
No worries at all. Actually, this kind of meetings after 5, it's like escaping the rush and get a little of a peace of mind.
Wow. Okay. Wonderful. I'll try to make it much more comfortable for all of us so that we engage instead of having certain things happening in a different way. So we'll enjoy this session. That's what I believe. Right. So
I believe so. Yes, we are going to enjoy it.
Thank you for that.
Mr. Shibu, I think we can start now.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Ivy. Hello all. My name is Shibu Rajamani Amma, and I am a faculty in Align for Abu Dhabi University. I work for Abu Dhabi University. I work in the College of Arts, Education, and Social Sciences. And I got a few teaching experiences, maybe 26 years. Yeah, that's my teaching experiences are. I think I've got 2 people from the uni, and the rest are from the schools, I guess, if I'm correct. Right. Yeah, so we have more people joining. There's Mr. Hani Hussein here, Ms. Priya here. They're all from school teachers, university professors. I don't know what their professions are. If you could actually enlighten on us what you are teaching. Okay, let's move forward. All right, so I'll share my screen for you. Okay, so our session for the day is about how can we make a lesson memorable. It's a very encouraging topic, I guess. So we always had some kind of a lessons in our memories, I guess. We're just trying to sneak into certain things what we actually had or what we are actually giving to our kids. So this is something what I try to engage. Right. So we'll just start with the small steps towards a learner success. So I think we all, as teachers, we do that, I guess. And everyone over here, some part of the other, we are teachers. So we know what tough and how tough the teaching job is. So mostly what we're looking into is today's lesson, that is tomorrow's knowledge. Let's have a session to interact and enjoy. So this is something what I like to do. I hope you will also join me in this. All right. So let's deep dive into what we are going to look in. So how can you or us make a lesson memorable? Right. So this is something what we're going to discuss about. I'm not going to move into the slides. Let's interact and move forward. So I hope that will be better, right? I like to hear the response from the other side also. Okay. Okay, so mostly our lesson objective is to reflect on our teaching and think critically about how to innovate in the classroom. So we try to look into what are the different, share different things, what we all do, so that everyone gets a knowledge of certain things, what we are actually focusing into. So this is something what we are going to do, right? Okay, so let's get started over here. Let's look into what makes a lesson to remember. I'm just going to show certain aspect of things. What are the most memorable lessons you have experienced? We'll come back to this. Why were these lessons so memorable? Do all memorable lessons have certain things in common? And so towards the end, I'll ask you, or we'll share, what are the 3 key ingredients what we can put into make a memorable lessons, right? So this is something what we are going to actually look into, right? So do lessons need to be memorable? And if yes, why? So this is something what we are going to actually look into, right? I think we all agree with this. I guess maybe certain days we are tired and still we try to make our lessons memorable. Okay. All right. So Thursday evening. So let's go into Monday morning of your first week of teaching. All right. So it's the Monday morning of your first week of teaching in your secondary school. So how do you prioritize the work? I just ask some of my colleagues about word count so that I can see them giving certain answers of that. Okay. So let's look into the word count. So I'm okay. You can scan this. I just want to know it's a word count. So what are you going to do a Monday morning first thing when you are rushing through the traffic and you're entering the gate? You saw your principal standing outside, your supervisors. You see the kids outside, parents outside. So what do you do actually? I just want to know about how do you actually organize things. Please scan this. Let's see what's happening. I just want to get some responses from your end, if you could. Am I audible to all? I don't know.
Yes, Mr. Shipu, we can hear you.
I think if you could actually scan
Yes.
this. Yeah, please scan this. If you could actually see my screen. Yeah, I got 2 participants here. I need more. Let's have more people over here. Let's engage. Let's even though we are tired, let's engage and make something which suits us, all of us. Let's go about it. Come on. Come on, teachers. Come on, you can do it. Okay, I'm seeing responses. I got 3 responses here. I got 4. I just type whatever you do first. I think I just want to know about when you are entering your school or a college or a uni, whatever, or a workspace, what you do first in a Monday morning. We are all tired. We know that Monday morning sickness. Okay, get into the class, check the class. That's something what we got. So that is one answer I got. Yep. recollect last week lesson. Yeah, set up my workspace. That's wonderful. Check attendance. Yeah. Okay, you got 6 people. Yeah. Okay. Get into class. Write the objectives. Greet kids as they come in. Wonderful. Okay, I'll just wait for another 30 seconds if people are. I got write the objectives, get it prioritized the to-do list. Okay, that's wonderful. Make sure the students are in the area. Set up date on the board. We'll attend the morning assembly. Check my mail. Yeah. I think she might be a supervisor there. Okay. Okay, I'll wait for another 6 seconds and I'll close this in the 1 second. Thank you so much. All right, so we will attend the morning assembly. Definitely, yes. Set up the date on the board. If you're reaching classrooms, make sure the students are at the right area. I guess that's what I think the answer says. Get into class, check the class, whether it's arranged or not. That's wonderful. Recollect last week lessons if the students are in. Check my mail. That is interesting. Prioritize the to-do list. That's definitely there. Set my workspace, set my PowerPoints, check attendance, write the objectives, greet kids as they come. That's all wonderful. It's all wonderful answers, right? Now, in the current world where we have things coming in much faster and thicker, so best thing I think is to do is look at the various aspects of things in the to-do list. I think that's what we had it here, right? Check my mail. So how many of you check the mail? I guess everyone checks the mail, right? The prioritized to-do list, yes, that is very important because see, mostly with the teachers, what we try to do is on a Monday morning, we don't know what exactly we are doing because late rush, late hours, in between the teachers are there, supervisors, kids, parents, various other aspects. Sometimes the classrooms are not tidy, clean, the kids are running. So then we forget certain things to do. So if you divide these factors in our daily life, so I think urgent and important and SMART goals, we know what exactly the SMART goals are. So then I'm not going to elaborate what exactly the SMART goals are, but this could be a better idea in order to actually reorganize your thing, because not important urgent should be towards the end. So if this happens in between, so we are going to actually reduce our thought process and we get priority to this. So instead of getting urgent and important on a better list, so we move into a certain other things where we actually land up in. So this is something what we actually should do, I guess, when we are actually checking the mails is important factors, because you get the mails maybe in the Sunday nights. We normally don't check the mails. So early morning, it's better to check your mails because you might get some information from your principal, from your supervisors, from your HODs or your course leads, whoever it is. So please check your mail so that could actually save your time, save your communication, save your other part of things what you're going to extend to that particular day of the time. So otherwise, you may miss certain things which is on a priority one. So the next one is to actually do the price to do list itself. So if you try to prepare it much in advance, I think it will be much more better. So this is something what we normally do. Should do. All right. This is something what I want to ask you about. What makes a great teacher for you? Right. So I'm going to give you a short answer. I just want to have a short summary of what you believe as a great teacher. I think most of all the people are teachers here, mostly in schools or in educational capabilities or capacities. I just want to get your intake on this, please. I just want to look at what makes a great teacher. Let's hear this. Let's see that all are great teachers. Let me hear what you think about. Maybe you might have seen a good teacher in your life, maybe in your school. So why do you think she is a good teacher? Yeah, we got answers. Yeah, you're coming with answers. We got passionate and enthusiastic, caring and knowledgeable people, respectful and passionate. Yeah, it's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah. Let's see the live status here. I think we have Miss Litty Joes and Priya. Miss Priya to be here. Makes learners feel safe. Wow, that's something very interesting, actually. A combination of long list of characteristics. I would love to hear that. What are the long list of characteristics you are talking about, Ms. Sarah? I'll get to you because I just want to explore into this. Okay. I got 4 responses. I think Miss Priya somewhere. Okay. A great teacher who effectively encourages students and inspires them with passion to achieve their goals. Passion, we got different, if you are crossing this. Encouragement, inspiration, passion, and reaching their goals. That's interesting. Right. Long list of characteristics. I think I'll stick on this. I want to know the inspiring, keeping students engaged. Right. So that's very important. Any other answers? I'll keep for resourceful, compassionate, patient, innovative. That's lovely. That's lovely to hear. Okay, anyone to share? 2 more pending, I think. Yeah. So that's it. I'll close the submissions. All right. So let's I'm just going to close the submissions and passionate, enthusiastic, caring, and knowledgeable. Okay. So we'll come to that. So anyone to share? I just want to look into certain aspect we think about. This is a things which have been collected from the students right across the world right away. And now one of our research topics. So, okay. So we have humor, the teacher, organized teacher, open-minded, attention to details, a good listener. Okay, so now we have certain aspect over here. We have humor, teacher is organized, which is an open-minded one, attention to details, a good listener who is much more firm, is much more fair, who is flexible and proactive. So going to go to the next slide, I'm asking you to have. So another one is the big aspect is the creative part. Right. Now, I'm going to ask you to go with my slides over here. Let's see here. I think if you can scan this, I just want to know, see in of this aspect what we discussed, which one do you think out of 4 you can list the 4 things which you think which is the best in this particular slide. So you have organized, humor, open-mindedness, attention to detail, good listener, creative, firm, fair, flexible, and proactive. Just want to know about how we as a teacher rate our teacher who is to teach us. So what made that teacher as one of the great teachers for you? I think you can see my screen, I guess. Yeah, we got 3 members. Yeah. Yeah, got 1 person already. Organized, humor, attention to detail, firm. There's 1 submissions I got. I got submissions coming as, okay. That sounds interesting. Organized 18 point, okay, the 18% is organized. So creative comes now. See, I can see the change when there is more members are coming in. Creative have a long play. Creativity comes in. The next role goes to organized one. Humor comes 3rd. Listening comes the 4th. Open-mindedness comes, and even attention to detail. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I think. Anyone else over here? Okay, so according to the cohort, what we have over here, we have the teachers, what you people think are having more creativity that have attracted you more. Is that correct, I guess? Can anyone share one of a memorable lessons you have experienced? If anyone could actually share that. Anyone? I think nobody wants to share their story. Anyone wants to share the story? Like, why did you like that teacher? So this is something we looked into certain aspects so that we are concluding that the teacher should be organized, right, and creative. So this is something what we came into. Okay. Okay. So okay. I'll share you one of the key things what I've experienced with one of the greatest teachers what I've come across with. in grade 9, I had one of the teachers. I was very short fellow during that period of time. Okay, so I was very short, and we had programs. I used to play basketball, and I never knew I could actually play for my school team. I was playing, and suddenly my social studies teacher, he saw me from far, and he said, "You're too short. Can you play basketball?" I said, "I do practice daily." And he said one word is that you practice daily, you focus on saying like you want to reach your school team, you're going to reach. And he encouraged so much in my classrooms. And he said, like, little boy used to play basketball, he used to play for the school team. After 2 months, I got selected and reached, and that made a huge change in me. So that is something I became more responsible in life. So that I thought like, I could do it. So that one teacher, I still remember, his name is George. Mr. George, he played a crucial part in my life. So is there any teacher who could influence you in your journey? Any of the teachers, if you want to share? We got only 6 members over here. Let's have a personal talk because it's a small cluster. Anyone?
Can I?
Yeah, please.
Maybe my background noise will disturb you. I'm sorry
No,
for
no,
that.
it's clear.
Okay. Yeah, my maths teacher who taught me mathematics in grade 6, Mr. Venugopal. And he, until that, I was I was not like that subject. You know the subject, how is it? The mathematics comes like full of numbers. And then when he started teaching us, I started love that subject because he was not teaching the same way how the other teachers or mathematics teaching. They were not shouting. They most of the mathematics teachers has the quality like maybe they were dealing with the mathematics numbers. Maybe that can be the reason. I don't know. But Mr. Venugopal, he took another way still. The way how he used to teach us, he used to teach us with some stories. Still, I remember that stories what he was using that to teach us, like for multiplication, for whatever comes, he will say stories, and then he will add some numbers in it, and then he will ask question. So we were all thinking about that story, what is happening in there, and then how it will it's going to find out the solution. Still, I remember that story. And moreover that he had a personal relationship with each child. He used to talk to us, each and every one, even everything, the personal matters, and he was very touch with us, even with the family. uh, this is most of the students in that time, in grade 6, I think he will be the best. And thank God I lost his connection just 1 year before. I was searching for his number for long years, almost almost 10 years, and thank God I got his number last year. I called him and I told him, still because of him only I got interest in mathematics. I started thinking in a different way when the teachers were teaching me. And then yeah, my main subject is computer science. The core, how mathematics it is in computer science. I did well for my all mathematics whatever came after 6. It's the complete 90, almost 99 percentage for everywhere I scored just because of him. And then this is a story what I want to share. I don't know, I'm so excited when I'm talking about him, especially because very close to me. I called him last year. I got a number only last year. So we were all searching, all are searching each other. He like suddenly went away and then hide somewhere after his retirement. Then I asked him last call, why you did like that? Why did you hide from us? But he was surprised. These all want to meet me. Then he we will make like he is in Kerala in India now. So hopefully next year I will meet him. This is the story what I want to share.
That's a wonderful, wonderful story, actually. Yeah, I could connect that actually. Yes, indeed, a great story. Because I think he didn't hide. I think you people got away from him. So that could be the main reason,
Yeah,
because
that's true. That's true.
that's the
Exactly.
main reason. He was
Exactly.
still there. I think because of your
That's true.
commitments, because of your, the later on journey, we tend to forget all these
Exactly.
things. So when in a later life, when you become teacher, you get along with that. Any other stories for anyone?
Hey, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, my name is Caroline. I remember when I was studying, there is this one teacher who really influenced me. So he would always tell me that you're so good at explaining things to your peers, making them so simple to learn. You will make a good teacher. So I kept in my mind saying, I'll make a good teacher. But at first, I didn't want to be a teacher. But because every time he would come to class and he was explaining and people were not getting the things, he would come and tell me, do you mind making it simpler? Like for, when there are high achievers and medium achievers and low achievers. So he would ask me to make it simpler for that class. And I don't know how I was doing it, but he kept doing it over and over. And there is a way it influenced me and it built confidence in me that I can make a good teacher, because he used to say a good teacher is one who makes hard things simple to understand. So I always remember that even when I wandered at first and went in another field, I found myself back to the education field. So his influence still is a memory in my head. That's my
Wow.
story.
That's a good story, actually. Wonderful. Any other stories? That's great, actually. Remembering teachers is something what we can actually accomplish ourselves when we are teachers itself. Any other stories over here? I like to get to hear more stories. Okay. I think who was the first person speaking? I forgot. It was Miss Niti
Yeah.
or Priya, right?
Yeah.
Miss Priya, right?
Yes. Yes.
Miss Priya. I always said I've been I worked in schools, like maybe 16 years or so. I was vice principal of school, and I was in administrative post for a certain period of time. And toughest teachers, what if you ask any student, is the maths teacher and their English language teacher. Right? So why are they so
So
tough?
very
Because
true.
they are tough, so that because they have to correct the 2 R's, right? Communication as well as arithmetics. So if these two processes are linked in your brain, so your analytical skill actually grows on a higher note. So we always see this teacher too serious, and they are engaged, and the amount of workload I think they have is much more. If the corrections happens, I've seen teachers sitting, especially English teachers. If you're language teachers, hats off to the language teachers, especially in the lower grades. Grammars, corrections, hats off. So that is something I think every English teacher will remember. And I used to always tell when I was going to different schools, I used to, when the training of the teachers happens, I tell them the students always remember two sets of teachers. Always. Can you tell me the two teachers we remember till now? Anyone? Two teachers. Two set of teachers. We always remember them. The one which influenced us or which we like to go with, and the second one the one we didn't like.
The one who hurted us, yes.
Yes. You know, we forget the middle teachers. We always forget the middle teachers. We only remember the teachers made us high note and the other one which made us low. So this is something what when I heard about your maths teacher, that is something what, and we can also share some of the the bad experiences we felt also, but I'm not going to ask that because it's not our things to do that. So because it should be inside our brains. But if you look at kids, that will haunt them. Yeah. So that is one of the key things what we should actually look into. Okay. So then I think we look into all this part over here. Now, if I'm asking you the same question back again as a teacher, according to you, if you are rating yourselves, I'm going to take you into the next slide. If I want an honest answer over here. All right. Okay. Let's reflect on your side. Okay. Okay. So rate yourself genuinely. According to you, 4 traits you think which you do good. Okay, I've got one people. Please do this. Please let's see how good we are, and let's reflect ourselves. Yep. Open-mindedness, good listener, creative, flexible, fair, humor, okay. I got now. I think we got only 2 participants. Anyone to number of participants? 4 voters were there. Okay. Now, out of 4, we have 20% shows that highest number of percentages with good listeners, creative, and we got more participants coming. That's wonderful. Yep, and it much more proactive came into the picture. Flexibility came in. Good listener, creative, firm, fair, organized. Okay. You remember when we asked about what we like in other teacher who taught us, how was that happening? See? It was creative coming over. Now, when we came to our aspect, see, we are changing it as a good listener and creativity. Why a good listener? That's an interesting aspect. Check it out. Flexibility, listeners aspect have come in. We didn't see in the beginning. So why these 2 aspects have come in now? Can anyone share that? Okay, I'm going to take this. Anyone can share why this 2 aspects have come? Okay, I'll add it over here. So let's add a new slide. So I'm going to paste it over here. So, okay, I'll take this. Okay. So what makes a good teacher? When we reflect on our own skills, we have most of all the other person, a firm. We are coming to this. If you look at the modern teacher, they are not firm. But if you're looking at our teachers, they were much more firm, right? Now, are our parents influencing us not being firm? Is it? Okay, let's go with the data. So I'm not taking time. So I've asked my students about how do they think about instructors what they have in the campus. All right. So interesting, which is out of the box. So you got, it was 3 different classes over here. So it shows, a certain amount of people were looking at this perspective, friendly, maintaining relationships, passionate, knowledgeable. All right. Out of this, 1 class was female and 2 were boys. So can you identify? One was mixed, and 1 was female, and 1 was a male one. So can you identify which one was mixed, which one was female? And if you look at class 3, class 2, and class 1, can you say which one is the girls one? No one? No answers? I think people are tired, I guess. Okay, anyhow, so this is how it was. Open-minded, class 1, class 2, class 3. So this was the rating which happened. No one can identify the girls team. Anyone? The girls class?
Class 1.
Yeah, class 1
Class-
girls.
Class 1 is girls.
I think so.
Okay. And which one is mixed?
I think red is mixed and green are boys.
Wonderful. I think you are tuned teachers. If you are looking at the scale, it's correct actually. Girls was the blue one. If you look at the mixed class was the red one, and the boys was number 3, because they want to be creative. They're okay. Mixed class, it's fine because they are engaged into different aspects. And girls wanted to be much more fairer most of all the time. So that's one of the key things. Open-mindedness was one of the key things the girls have looked into. Right now, if you are reflecting on your lessons, I'm just jumping in because I'm seeing that time is running away because it was a very good session. And if you are reflecting on your lessons, and after your lessons, would you check this out? How did you feel teaching the lesson? What did you enjoy? Did you feel like a teacher, and why? What was the biggest difference between being a teacher and being a student? Because we asked a question. Were you able to assess whether the learners learn what you want them to learn? And how did the learners respond? Did they enjoy the lesson, or else how did you planning work out? Did the lesson go as you expected? Okay, now, how many of you have been through the ADEC processes? I think most of you, I guess, right? Observations. How many of you have done that observations? If you have any of, I think most of all the schools have ADEC visits, right?
Yes, yes.
Right.
Yes.
How many?
We have
How many of you?
adequate.
Yeah. So where you observed in that certain sessions? Did
Where
observe
we
you?
got it. Could you please repeat the question? I couldn't hear.
All right. So did you have that time? So any of the inspectors visited you for your inspections?
Yes. Visited.
Okay. All right. So how did you feel when they visited you?
First of all, they came to my theory class. Then they just roam around it, and then they want to see my practical. I'm a computer
Yeah.
science teacher. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So
Yep.
then they came to my computer science from the beginning to the end of the lesson, from my starter to the plenary. I
Wonderful.
feel so proud of myself because it was a good lesson actually. My children were so engaged and they were doing the activities and they were so enthusiastic to do the work. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, it is. It's like that. Yeah,
So
it's
so
good.
you were
Yeah.
you
And then
you
second
were
time they came to only the lab, only the practical side. They didn't come for the
wonderful.
theory. And yeah, it's almost 3 times I got a visit from ADEC.
I think your school actually targets you because you're a good teacher. That's what the schools do actually. So they actually encourage the good teachers to be on the limelight most of all the time, right? Yeah.
But yeah, it's mostly sometimes.
Because I know, because
Sometimes,
I was
like
also in this mode. I see, because I can see.
yeah,
Oh,
this time they
see.
came for Emirati activities, like the cultural activities, what we are doing it. Thank God I was clubbed with, we were making website. So we clubbed with the UAE tourism. So she was very happy
Wonderful.
that we were clubbing with the UAE tourism, and then the children were making a graceful website using HTML programming. So
Wow.
the inspector was very happy, and she took pictures of the website while the students were making it. So that is also a good experience, actually.
Wonderful to hear that. Were you able to speak to the inspector, and did you get any feedback from them?
One time only, and this time I got a chance to talk to them. So they said, yeah, it's so creative work, and then children are engaged, and then I was helping them. I was not just teaching them. It's like a mentor. They want to see the mentor on the classroom. Yeah, so she said that. She used that word itself, like, yeah, you are mentored the children very well. That's yeah,
Because
it's a
see,
good point.
that's what
Yeah,
we expect. Yeah, that's what we
that's
expect
what we
as
expected.
correct. So as when we come for inspections, we expect either the 21st century skills, because you've done the critical thinking and problem solving when we were doing that, right? So then you have creativity and innovation. The kids were doing it, and also communication and coordination was happening along with the kids, because it's a team event which happens over there. So you were mentoring most of all the things. This is what we've been expecting by the inspectors as the learning possibilities happening inside the classrooms. This is something what you've been as incredible one. See, mostly when we inspect or when we go for inspections in different schools, and if you believe there is a good teacher taking a good lesson, we want to see that outstanding lesson which is happening on the other side also. So that is why there is a revisit which has happened on your lab also. So mostly the inspectors are checking whether the theory part is the students engaged along with the learning aspect also. So that is what is a good visit. So if your class is visited twice, think that you're a very good teacher. So that is again a good sign, right? So now a good outstanding is something what we actually look for. Now, we know that most of all the teachers are good now because the procedures are in place, policies are in place, the inspections are there, we set high bars. So teachers are good. Now, how can we actually go for the outstanding one? So outstanding one is something what we saw just before. That is in our previous slide, we said, see, creativity and good listener. Now, when you are a good listener, what happens with the learners is they respect you, right? Respect is something which is always good to have with the students. You respect from the childhood, because I had one of the teacher of kindergarten. She was a South African, I guess. I still remember her name. Her name is Anil, Miss Anil. She was like a piper. I was observing that lesson. The kids, the students, the learners were actually moving like a piper. They were just following their instructions. And I was so happy with the way they have learned things in a different manner. So this is something I see. It happened in 2011, I guess. I still remember that class. Right. So then if you could actually give that sort of classes, what you're engaging with, maths, for example, to give real life lessons, you're measuring from a different perspective, out of the box, inside the classroom, measure them, take maybe a paper to measure, ask them to prepare a paper to measure certain things, use logical senses. So this is something what is being expected from a teacher by the inspectors. So if you have that, the lessons become much more memorable, and we feel that, right? So when we are in a lesson and we go out of the classrooms after reflecting certain things out of the class, and you know that mostly we do the different strategies, KWL strategies, we do that, right? AFL, assessment for learning, we always does that. So this is one of the key things, or AFL. So we should actually get along with that certain aspect when you are actually ending the certain sessions. Now, if you are going to teach that lesson, okay, the same lesson, Miss Priya, if you are there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I think you are the only one actually connects. So that's what I'm asking. If you are going to take the same lesson, would you do something differently?
Yes, of course, always.
Wonderful. So what impact would be? So what would be making in the changes? So I just want to know what change could you do in that? Yeah.
Sometimes I will use some game strategies because I'm a computer science teacher, so I will use some puzzle strategy for the children.
Yeah.
So,
I can hear that, your kids, you're also managing your kids at home. Different strategies used even in listening to this class. That's wonderful to hear.
yes.
No, this is something incredible about lady teachers. I always give hats off to the lady teachers because they are like different. They are in a different puzzle zone. They try to manage the lesson plans. They do planning. They do planning for their kids. They do planning for their husbands. They do plan for themselves. And hats off to the ladies over there. So it's something which is incredible. It doesn't take away things from the male side, but if you're especially a mom, that's something it's very good. Okay, so that was interesting to hear from you. Would you make it more personalized?
Sometimes, especially with the boys.
Yep. Something even with the girls, if you
Yes,
the
some
challenge,
girls classes.
yeah.
Some girls
So
classes. It depends the
correct,
children. Some
correct.
girls are different, yeah. So sometimes,
Yeah,
but mostly with the boys. They will enjoy.
yeah, correct. Yeah, but especially in a line, I guess. they are much more softer, the girls mostly, right? Yeah, so that is, anyone have different questions? So I'm see, the other thing what we could actually get thing is, once you finish your lessons, get a feedback from the kids. It's, if you get a group feedback along with the kids, so then it gives you a wonderful thing to know about your strengths and weaknesses. So that is one of the key things. So what we do back in our place, in our university is, so is it gone? No. See, listen, this is what we have. See, once we've completed our course, our students grade us actually. You know, this is, and we get the gradings. See, we have the faculty average and the university average, and they give us a different kinds of comment. It comes towards end of our, the courses. We get feedback from the students. Now, when you get feedback from the students, it makes us so happy, and it can be a negative feedback. See, improve the course, right? So there are certain, right. So again, better explanation. I think there are few things, few people who were not actually encouraged to do certain things. Because high achievers, when you're looking at, the mid scale of the learners, if you are losing out the high achievers, that becomes a big problem for our class, because see, we have different set of learners. Learning disorders is another important aspect. We think about ADHD, but how do we find ADHD students over there? That's one of the key things we'll have to look into, right? We got, I think our sessions is going to end much faster. Okay, so this is what we look into, what we can do. So then you can look into, do you agree, or if the learning have happened inside the classrooms, you can check yourself, right? Different ways within yourself. And the last one, the best teachers are the one who know their students really well. You can't make learning happen unless you have a good relationship with your learners. This is what we have seen in the modern teachers as well, right? Okay. Okay, I'm not going to take this much more because we have much more extended sessions. So because different learning class requires different tactics, right? So teaching a Newton's law in grade 9 won't be the same when you're teaching in grade 6 or 5. So that a chocolate factory and a Charlie and a chocolate factory taught in year 13 would be entirely different. You can be more creative. So you can have an experimenter. So that is, ask always what they have learned. So this is crucial when you are going for your, inspections. Look at towards the end what they have learned. Ask for opinions. If you're in the secondary classes, please ask for their opinions. What should we do in our next class? So that will encourage the learners. Arguments is much better when you are looking into different perspectives, because analysis comes with arguments, all right? Ideas of others. So please, next time when you're going to the class, if you are reflecting their ideas inside the classrooms, or make as a peer learning happening inside the classroom, they love it, they like it. So that becomes, the students' memory will stay more frequently about the teacher if they are actually taking control of the class, right? Okay, so because I know it's coming to the drag end of things, we are coming to the last session. That's the plenary one. So you can look into how could you judge the effectiveness of your innovative teaching idea? What criteria could you use? That is one of the key things. You will have to look into your strengths. Please take care of things. If you're going to the girls' class, if you're going to the boys' class, make things, lessons memorable. So it creates a better things about it. I want to share some of my things I've experienced during inspections as well as during my classes, but we are running short of time, right? If you want to succeed, double your failure. Now, you may come up with a new idea, you may fail, there will be a distraction in the class, supervisor may come in, you may be called, but stick on to your goals, think out of the box, you will reach far. I'm definite, all right? So this is what I want to say about, thank you for being patient. And I know it's definitely your weekend time. I don't want to take your time off. Don't curse me. This is something which I do normally in my classrooms. We have nice classes in my universities. We do that. But for me, I want you people to be the dam for the river, because the learners are the river, and make them a great champions. All right, because very few people know how good they are. Please make them understand how good they are. So if they feel like, how good they are, they will remember you forever. And that lesson will be much more memorable. All right. Thank you for showing your patience. Thank you so much for being with me. Any questions for you people?
Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful session. Actually, I don't have a question. I just have a request or an
Yes.
inquiry. I don't know where
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, like, do you have sessions in line with special needs education? So
We do.
that is the question. And the inquiry would be, I would love to be part of them because I'm currently in the special needs department.
Wow, that's a good that's a good point, because we do have our College of Education do have special education sessions, because our most of all our college professors are coming from the special education, autistic education. We have a different zones. We have professors over there. We will have sessions, yes. So next time I'll ask Ms. Ivy to include our most of the sessions, especially on the special education need, because you know that ADHD as well as the autism is a biggest concern now, because the communication, because we don't have language pathologist in order to understand what is the barrier for communication, especially with the children. So if you could actually know the pathology with the language, you will know that the communication can take place, right? So if that can be solved, that would be solving most of all the pressures with the kids and with the parents, right? Any other questions? Thank you, Ms. Ivy, for that. I think she has said that she'll be including everyone on the mails and next sessions, which according to your will, you can actually message her for having different sessions. So we'll be taking care of that. All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day ahead, and have a wonderful night also. Thank you for being with me. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you really, Mr. Shibu, for delivering the session. It was very interesting.
Thank you, Ms. Ivy, for that. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. We are grateful. It was an amazing one. Thank you.
Thank you.